His nickname is Superbad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Still? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash kind of twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome, Talkin Moto podcast. Another Tuesday night show. I don't know about you guys, but I'm digging the Tuesdays. Yesterday was kind of a holiday, so that made sense. The Tuesday before, or Monday before, was the anniversary kind of dinner, but I don't know. I like Tuesdays. What do you guys think? Doesn't
Whatever.
matter. Doesn't matter. Whatever.
I like Tuesdays, I guess.
But I don't know. I feel a little. I don't know. It's just nice. And maybe it's just because it's Monday and you're back to work. And then
He likes Mondays.
yeah, Mondays kind of suck by themselves. But
Yeah. We don't need to make them suck any worse by doing this.
I know. It's just like, get it over with. Oh, shoot.
Is that what you were going for there?
Ah,
That's what I
crap.
was thinking, but I wasn't going to say it.
Ah, it's fine. It's already bad. Now
Mondays suck anyway, then I got to do this crap.
It's all right. But, all right, before we get rolling, we are getting a few people checking out that Amazon banner. So if you're ordering anything on Amazon, hit up that Amazon banner on the Talkin Moto website. Got the new link up, so it seems to be working a lot better. Make sure to listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. Follow us on the social media. And, I'm going to say this. I really hate social media. I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but
I think you love it. I think you're lying.
the crap, sometimes it doesn't bother me. Like, I'll laugh and I'll have a good time with it, but I don't know. Some of the spam crap that goes along with the Twitter and the Instagram, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, but sometimes it's fun, though. So hit us up on Instagram at Talkin Moto Podcast. Twitter is at Talkin Moto. And Facebook, simply Talkin Moto. But yeah. Whew. So Jason needs a new computer.
I'm beating on a laptop right now is what I'm doing. I've seriously punched this thing 4 times and it's still alive. It's quite amazing.
I don't know what I think's more funnier, if that's right. Like, I think I can picture you punching your laptop. So I think that's why I'm laughing more at that than you actually punching your laptop. But
I even hold the monitor so I get a good swift punch. See, this is a good one. Oh yeah, and it just takes it. I don't even care.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I'm not really a violent individual, I don't think.
Shoot. But big thanks to everyone helping us out this year. Spring Creek MX Park, Moto Kazi, Derek Gibson Art Design, Plainview Power Sports, good old SKD. Now, gonna start
If I
this.
could punch Google, I'd punch Google. But I don't. There's nothing there to punch.
hit them up on social media. Tell them you're switching to Bing, and you're done with their shit.
Well, I can't switch unless you're switching.
Oh, dang it. All right, we're out of here then.
This is your format I'm being forced to follow here.
Damn it. All right. Don't do that then. So, the first thing that I have to talk about is not moto related. But I woke up this morning to a few comments on my Facebook page. And it's like I went out yesterday, Monday. For those that don't know, I picked up a kayak. So I went fishing, and I find it very enjoyable. And so I go out. I took a photo of me fishing, or like the lake, and blah blah blah. And this guy had posted on my Facebook wall. Let me see if I can find it here, because he was really pissed off, and it was all kind of government related. Great, now I can't find it. But what I wanted to talk about, I'll keep trying to find it here in the background, is like the whole Memorial Day deal. Like, some people get kind of bent out of shape about it, and I don't know, I guess maybe some people kind of forget what it's for, and then, you know, do you guys see any of those posts on Facebook? Like, you know, it's not just about barbecuing and getting drunk, you know, blah, 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 stuff like that. You guys come across any of that? Or no?
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
So, what the hell is this? Now I'm irritated.
Don't get mad, get glad.
What did this asshole want you to do? Just sit around in your house and reflect on the people who have died in service to the country, or what?
Okay, here we go. I found it. Oh no. Huh. He must have had a change of heart. He's deleted all his comments. So it was...
Oh, what fun is that?
It was...
Came to his senses.
I'll try to do my best to describe it. So it's like the wall with, like, you know, all the soldiers' names, and it's kind of got like the older guy, and he's kind of, you know, like got his hand up on the wall, like he's looking down, or, you know, thinking or whatever. And then in the reflection, you see all kind of like the younger soldiers, and he's got his hand up, kind of touching his hand.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
So it's like, you know, I thought that was pretty cool. So I didn't comment. I just simply shared the post. And he was like, nobody killed those guys, but you're effing government. And like, if you're going to, or we need to quit like bitching about it and start doing something about it. And just went off. I'm like, what the heck? And then back to my fishing story, he commented, or my fishing photo, he comments on that like, I hope you got your effing license from your effing government to do your effing fishing, or something like that. I'm like, oh my God. And then Amber comments like, this dude needs a Snickers. And I was waiting to get a response from him, but I don't know. Just went back now, and I don't see any comments on it, but I don't know. But
That sounds like he's kind of angry about something.
well, I was checking out his profile. A lot of for a guy that, I don't know, he's just tweaking out about the government. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. But he was on a mission to piss people off, apparently. But so, yeah, I don't know. As for my holiday yesterday, I just kind of relaxed. Did probably what 90% of everybody else. I did some fishing, we did some grilling, and just kind of relaxing. And that is it.
Super.
Yep. Did you guys? We were trying to talk about it earlier, Jason. Did you make it down to Millville?
Went down to Millville Sunday evening. Did some cruising around on the golf cart with the Tice family. Made
nice.
some appearances. Stayed out went to bed, and then got up on Monday morning and went to Meadow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys Jordan got rained out. Did they get practice in on Saturday?
At Millville?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't know. I thought I saw a post on there that they were trying to get it in. I didn't know if. I just assumed maybe they got a bunch of rain, but it wasn't that bad, huh?
I guess I don't really know. From the sounds of it, it was a little bit dicey, and then they got some in, and the track was starting to come around, and then they got a downpour again or something like that. But
cool. How's Mr. Lee doing?
oh, he's all right. He was a little sore. He had a little bit of a get off on Saturday.
Well,
so by the time I got there, he was. By the time I got there, he was heavily medicated with. I believe it was Miller Lite.
Gotta keep hydrated, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. That's one. I think lubricated was the word for
it. Shoot. I feel I think a hypocrite is the best word that I can think of to describe my next comment. Because I think we've used the same intro for like 2 years, 3 years now, maybe 2 years. But have you guys noticed the outdoor commercials are all the same? Or is that just me?
I haven't seen any outdoor commercials this year, so couldn't tell you. I've finally jumped on the streaming train.
Ooh.
Mostly because I'm never home when they're on TV, so I do all my watching via promotocross.com these days.
It's probably not too bad.
It's not, if you don't mind watching on a monitor, but I set it on the coffee table and I lay on the couch.
Nothing wrong with that.
Except for the minor inconvenience of falling asleep sometimes.
Well, you probably didn't miss much. But where in the hell was I going with my story? Oh yeah, because I was watching, even tonight, I was rewatching it, and there's just one with the Red Bull Signature Series, and I believe it even says like heading into 2015 or something like that. And I'm like maybe they should switch that. But
yeah,
Jason,
maybe.
Oh, you're back?
Commercials are expensive. I just hung up on you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
I've had two formats going here at one time. The last punch apparently made it work.
Well, you're coming in clear now. Oh, shoot. So, but yeah, I don't know. I've thought about trying to fix or update ours, but then I think about it, and then it doesn't happen. But all right. So, what is your guys' thoughts? And maybe this is just me because I'm getting older now, and I kind of said something about that Fly 150 jump. What's your guys' thought on that big one they had at Glen Helen, where it's 180 feet and hitting it at 70 miles an hour? Are you guys okay with that? Not okay? Or do you want me to...
I feel like it doesn't belong on a racetrack, but I guess nobody died on it, so whatever.
Here's kind of my...
Honestly, I thought they got rid of it because I saw the videos that Transworld had posted like all week leading up to it, and then I was watching the broadcast and I didn't see any jump that looked remotely that big. And
They didn't have
I didn't realize the angles was just really shitty on the TV to see how big it was.
They didn't have a good camera on it. They had that still camera on it, and that was all they had. So tough to see.
Yeah, and so I kind of thought, at first I thought it went away, which would have been probably a good thing. But I mean, when the riders are talking about how stupid big it is, I think it's safe to say it's too damn big.
I thought it was funny how it kept getting bigger. Every time somebody described it, it got 5 feet longer.
It was a fish story, basically.
I don't think it was a foot over 100.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's all. It could be completely just my thinking, but like I think it's gonna take probably something bad to happen to. I don't want to say to anybody, but I think something happens to one of the top guys, and I think they'll change it. But I could be completely wrong. But I just feel like it's. I just don't see why we have to be jumping that far, or going that fast to clear a jump. But I did hear, was it Wygant was saying like just about everyone was hitting it, which I guess versus I think that fly jump, not everyone was hitting it, but I don't know. I just think it's just too big. I don't really think it's necessary. Maybe it's just they're doing it for show or what, but I don't know. That's kind of
what did it do exactly? I mean, it was just a monster that everyone jumped, so it didn't separate anyone. It was just a big, deadly jump. It was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it.
I would agree. It was almost as stupid as that rhythm section.
Yeah. Well, I think the track overall was kind of crap.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Yeah, I don't think it looked like a whole lot of fun. Of course, I say that about every track, but
well, that one step down too was pretty crazy. After that big, it was right after the big triple, wasn't it? Yeah, you hit the triple, and there's that little uphill roller, and then they turned right, and then they had to go around that big step down, which was a beast too. And half the guys couldn't even clear that, coming up short and bouncing down that.
Oh yeah, yep.
That was that'd be like a 50-foot drop from the top to the bottom where they finally, after they bounced, they landed. But that was stupid too, how big it was.
Yeah, no, it's just I didn't watch any of like the GPs other than like the highlight reel and like I don't know. I'm watching their tracks and it's like completely different, I don't see any just monster jumps or.
Yeah, there was a couple big ones at Spain, but the Spain track kind of sucked. That was this weekend. That really did suck, actually. But there's nothing, I don't know, nothing more than 100 foot, I'd say.
Which I feel is good enough.
Thing is, like, yeah, I mean, we were at Meadow Valley, and they got a 130-foot triple there or whatever. I mean, it's a pretty big jump, but it's not like it's not doable.
Were you throwing some one-hander whippertails?
I jumped it last time I was there, but it's been a while.
I destroyed a testicle trying to jump it yesterday.
It's pretty damn good size, and it's bigger than you think.
I thought, I'll follow this guy off it. He'll clear it for sure. Oh, no.
Did he do the same thing you did?
Then a lap later, let's do it again. Same result. It's like, okay, I quit.
Shoot. Is it? Well, obviously it's not too terrible if you hang it up.
It hurts. It hurts. It's not the jump, it's the lousy approach to the jump. That's an issue there. At least that's what I struggle with. Yesterday the corner before it was kind of gooey and took most of the day for even a decent line to develop to where you
Oh, are you
actually
talking
kind of
about
wanted
the
to
uphill
go
one?
for it. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I was talking about in the rhythm lane, the end of the rhythm lane.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big triple too.
That one is a pin it and hope for the best triple.
I was hitting it in fourth gear pretty freaking hard and was surprised that I was coming up a wee bit short and had to get a little extra. So it's pretty fast and hard jump, but lots of fun. If you make it clean.
Yeah.
If not,
That
If you
one,
hit that telephone pole, it wouldn't be much fun. Probably ruin your day,
I think it might ruin your life.
potentially.
whoa.
I don't know. I kind of decided yesterday I'm over that place for a while.
Meadow?
What for?
I don't know. Just wasn't all that great. Huh?
Wasn't what you wanted it to be?
No, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. And I'm a prick that way.
Was it getting starting to get busy? Did they have a decent turnout?
I don't know. It wasn't a crazy turnout by any means. I think that was kind of part of the problem with it. A lot of
Look kind of dry and dusty. Video I
no, it didn't get dry dusty until later. I think that video was from like 5:00 in the afternoon. So, that place all just depends on who's there for riders as far as how the track actually shapes up. And yesterday it was a bunch of hacks that don't know how to make lines or follow lines or anything like that. So I don't know. I struggle when that track is like that. You go around one lap and you got a nice berm or whatever. You come around next lap and it's completely blown out and just destroyed. And I know it's moto. Learn to deal with it, but I don't want to deal with it.
It could be such a bitch, Jason. Just deal with it. We all ride the same track.
Whoa. Let's calm down.
Well, those of us that show up.
Yeah. It served its purpose for me yesterday. I wanted to try out my forks, and I tried them out. They worked good. And whatever. It's all good.
Well,
If somebody called me tomorrow and said, you want to go Meadow? I'd say sure.
But tonight, no. Tomorrow, maybe. Or sure.
Tonight, I'm not going anywhere. My knuckles are too raw.
From inflicting abuse. Shoot. That's awesome. All right, well, excuse me. So then, might as well hop into what I had for local stuff. So you guys hitting up Jordan this Saturday?
I think that's the plan.
So yeah, got the.
That's my plan anyway.
What's on Sunday? Anything good?
Cambridge and Mora, I think.
Ooh.
I had Mora and Brookston, but then I don't know if that's accurate.
Oh, you're right. There is Brookston this weekend.
Brookston? Damn it. Maybe it'll be a road trip type of weekend.
Go hit
That's
up.
not payday, so it'll be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Go hit up a hare scramble. That's this weekend too.
Come on. How many jumps are there in hair scrambles?
I've never done one.
Not enough. That's the answer.
The Arkansas Hare Scramble this weekend, isn't it?
Yep. So Arkansas this weekend. Jordan is Saturday. And then, we already said Mora and Brookston this weekend. So, the other thing I seen floating around Facebook tonight, and I about 90% sure I'm not going to make it, but I think it would be fun to check out sometime. But Spring Creek's got the ATV National, like 4th, well, I would say 4th of July weekend, but July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But so I think that'd be neat to check out. I just don't think I'm gonna make it.
Aw.
But
Are you talking about an ATV national? Is that what I just heard you say?
yeah, you would not want to check that out.
Not
I'm being
even close.
serious.
No.
Oh,
I
would.
honestly just don't even. I don't know.
You get the
I just
AT
hate
and
watching
V.
four-wheelers ride.
Oh, nah, I
I really
think
do.
I would go check it out.
I had
feel kinda
somebody
bad
try to
about
tell me how much easier it is to ride a quad than it is a bike. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
it seems like it's a hell of a lot more work, and then you have to, explain to everyone how big of a loser you are, and then you have to not get run over by your quad when you crash it, which is impossible. I mean,
My response was, if I want to hang out on the couch, I'll do it at home.
Whoa.
what I wish is all the quad riders out there would just say, hey, it's not working to have two disciplines around here. Let's just sell our quads, get bikes, and make motocross awesome.
TMP
And
is full
send
of.
your hate mail to SKD.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
the TMP is full of hate and rage and abuse today.
The opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of the host.
Well, I wonder how many people how many guys like started out on quads and went to bikes and were like, oh, this is way better.
I know a few
Or-
people that have tried to switch and they go right back to their quads.
Yeah, that seems foolish.
I don't want to say I grew up on a dirt bike, but I didn't. That's what I started to ride, you know. But it's just kind of like me and like four-wheelers, snowmobiles are the same way. I don't mind riding a snowmobile, but like I'm not one for jumping a snowmobile. Kind of like a four-wheeler. Like to me, if you get more than two wheels off the ground, I think the thing's dangerous. But that's just my own thought. That's kind of why I wouldn't mind going and checking out the pro race, but I think it'd be neat, but I just don't think it's gonna work schedule-wise for me to make it.
What a bummer.
But that's it. That's all I got.
See, yeah, that to me it's the equivalent of going and watching snowmobiles, basically, because I wouldn't do that either. Unless they were literally, I'm gonna say, in my neighbor's backyard, I wouldn't watch them.
It would also have to be at least like 60 degrees warmer than it usually is when they race.
True. Yeah, it would have to be at least 60 degrees outside for me to go watch a snowmobile race.
Well,
So,
it's fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm a little discouraged though. My neighbor, who's building what looks to be a pretty badass moto track, or I should say supercross track, has removed the front end loader, or not front end loader, the backhoe, and basically gave it up on it, I think.
Really?
Oh my god, what if it turns into a quad track? I didn't even think about that possibility.
That is a strong possibility.
It looked way too legit to be a quad track, though.
What if it's just piles of dirt?
No, that's what Laura keeps saying. Laura says, you're cracked, it's just dirt. He's doing dirt work. I'm like, no, I've seen it. I can see berms and jumps, and he's got the basic layout of a track. There's no question.
He's installing a new septic system. Jeff's all excited. He's building the track.
I've been meaning to take my motorhome over there to get service, just to make small talk and be like, yeah, what's up?
You should just.
All right, Moto. What's your track doing?
You got a Bobcat, don't you?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe you have to go drag my dirt from my house down there.
Well, I think clearly what happened was he started to move the dirt around, and he obviously had some sort of failure with his equipment. So you should just, go over there during the day when he's not home and fine tune his track for him. So when he comes home, it's ready to ride.
I'm gonna go down there one of these days and give it a little once over, pull in and take a look at it. But I don't know what the backhoe. It was like a full-on legit backhoe, like one you'd see digging a basement for a house. It was a beast, and I don't, you can't do any real fine tuning with that guy. So I'm
So it
guessing
was
that was
an
just to get the
excavator.
dirt placed, and then he's got to have something else over there to shape it and make it sweet. God, you guys, I'm gonna buy a new camper.
Why?
That's gonna happen.
What's wrong with
Do
your
it.
camper?
Stop talking about it and do it.
I don't know. I can get a brand new toy hauler for 16 grand. It has some advantages. Disadvantages too, I suppose, but
Well, heck, I didn't know you were thinking about getting a new one.
yeah, I've been kicking it around. We'll see how everything shakes out. I'm not really sure what's prompted me to want a new one, but I got to buy a trailer or something so I can haul my bike. And then I'm thinking, geez, if I'm gonna spend $3 grand on a trailer, I might as well sell my camper and spend another 10 grand and buy a brand new toy hauler. Have a brand new camper where everything works.
Where everything works.
I don't know why I said that because everything works in my camper actually, but
Just want something fresh.
yeah, something not 23 years old. Well, you guys want to talk about the race or not? I mean,
I was just getting to it. Go ahead. What do you got?
I don't know. There was a race. It happened.
We started. We got sidetracked.
No, we did. So, obviously, I think I was trying to remember today when I was thinking about it because they've been kind of, and it is a big deal, but obviously Alex Martin goes 2-2, wins his first overall. But didn't he start out the year pretty well? Not this well, but he was right up there. I thought the first 2 rounds he did pretty good. And then it was like he'd have a good moto and then kind of a crappy one. Does that ring a bell with any of you guys? I swear he was right in there, right in the hunt last year, but
I don't remember
I don't feel like
last
that's
year.
a true story.
Yeah, I think
I
you're.
know he had like
blowing
one
smoke.
really good ride at the Budds Creek. He won a moto and got second maybe overall or something.
must be the fumes in the house making me imagine things.
I'm shocked that I shouldn't say I'm shocked, but he's riding unbelievably good right now. It's awesome. I was pretty pumped on that. I thought he was going to win that first moto. I thought he had it in the bag. Kind of bummed to see Cooper run him down.
What a jerk.
I know.
But no,
But he got the last laugh.
yeah. No, so yeah, that was pretty cool. And then obviously good to see Jeremy win that second moto. What else do we got here? Gotta get this over here. What do you think about all the stuff that happened with Geico? So Craig breaks his leg. Smith gets landed on.
Ow.
And then what is it? That Tristan, how do you say his last name?
Charbonneau.
Yeah.
Charbonneau.
So he's what, collarbone?
Ow.
Bogle
Yeah,
cuts.
but that doesn't even slow you down though. Ask Baggett about that.
Yeah, so just ask Baggett. He knows. He'll tell you. Didn't even phase him. Well, except he didn't race second model, but
Well, he didn't do himself any favors by falling down in the second turn. He
no.
pulls an awesome hole shot and he's going to make life easy on himself and then he tips over.
Ugh.
That's a bum deal.
then what else? So Bogle, whatever, he cut his hand on something or whatever I heard. So, do you think they'll leave everything alone, or do you think they'll try to get Mookie to race outdoors, or is it a done deal? Or what would you
do
like
they have
to
anyone
see?
left?
Well, who's left? Smith? No, Smith got landed on. Oh God,
What happened to him though
what happened to
when he got landed on?
I think he just hurt his back or something. Did we lose Jason? Yep,
Possibly.
possibly. We did. He's out. He's out of here.
Yeah, what I don't know. Mookie ain't ready. He's focused on 450s. He's got to get ready. He's got 9 months to get ready.
I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be bad.
I wonder if they have insurance for that kind of thing. Anything?
I don't know. I think it was Mathis I was listening to earlier, and he seems to get pretty excited about it too. And I think I pretty much agree with him. Like I think if you're gonna skip it, like he needs to come in and needs to just be kicking ass right from the beginning. I think if you skip it and then you're a 10th place guy, then I don't know if that, to me, I don't think that sits very well.
Yeah, I'm with you there. You can't do that. You gotta kill it.
Hang on. See if we can't get Jason back in here. Maybe he punched his phone this time instead of his laptop. Oh, God. Did you break your phone?
Hello. It's me.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. That's kind of what I think if he comes out guns a-blazing. I guess I don't expect him to win, but I think he needs to be right up. He needs to be like top 3. I think anything after that's a fail.
Hey, what happened to Savachi this weekend? Did he poop his pants? Not to change the subject off Mookie, but he's not racing, so F him.
There you go.
Exactly.
What happened to... What the hell is that? Is that a bug? Got a floater in my eye or something. So what happened to him? I don't even know where he finished. Terrible?
Wasn't he like, last I saw he was like 16th or something?
Yeah, they got him at 9-7, got 7th. So, I guess I didn't hear if he went down or if it was just bad starts or what, but it's no good. But I don't know. I guess did everyone expect him to come out and go 1-1 again?
I thought he'd do better than that. Maybe not 1-1.
I always feel like winning the first race of the season is kind of a curse.
If you just kill your own, or if you just don't buy, I don't know, you goof up your own head or something.
Right.
You go out there and you win the first race and you think, yeah, I got this. Then week 2, you find out that, no, I don't got this. Now I suck. How do I get back? And that just screws up your whole season.
It's downhill
Comes
from
into
there.
it thinking, I'm going to sweep the series. I'm perfect so far. Oh, shit.
And then
a little disappointed to see. Well, it was kind of cool though to see the Yamhars kind of take it to the hole with the hat trick there.
Yeah, I mean, top. Well, Plessinger was 5th, so 4 out of the top 5. So
not a bad day at the office for Yamaha. I
Oh,
was thinking about that too. That bike's got to be real good. I see it pulling a lot of good starts. It's got some horsepower. How about Faulkner was running pretty good, I think, at one point, wasn't he? Was he in third for a long time?
yeah, he was running up there in the second moto, and then he kind of tipped over up on that. I don't know what you call it, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
horseshoe or
Top
tight
of Mount St.
corner.
Helens, was it?
Yeah. So yeah, then he fell back a little bit, but so still got 3-5 for fourth, but
I knew that kid was. Well, we saw him at Millville, and he was unreal. So I knew he was going to be damn good. I expect him to get a little closer to a win here soon. He's good.
yeah,
I think he's from where? Michigan? Missouri?
I think
He's from
it's
Missouri.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'll be better as we get to the East Coast stuff and get off of that ridiculous hard pack.
Yeah, it did. Yuck. Yeah, it didn't look like any fun at all. I just kind of looking at the rundown.
I don't think that track's ever looked fun.
Yeah, I can't say that I've ever watched a race there and thought, God, I want to go ride that place.
Their dirt just looks horseshit.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I was watching it tonight or this afternoon. It's like not. I mean the chop going up the hills and the coming down. Like I mean, obviously TV won't do it any justice as for how steep everything is, but like I get that part of it. Like, but there was one section where they're hitting like this single and they're just like landing in all these look like huge ruts and.
Oh yeah, that was that section where Roxon like damn near ran into the back of Dungy because he was launching into it.
It's like
Just going balls out.
does not look like fun. And then
No, it
yeah,
looks super sketchy, especially when Dungy's tiptoeing through there. You know it's freaking sketched out.
and then there's that whole that rhythm lane I think leading up to the finish. You know, it looked like those guys were really struggling through there. But yeah,
That thing was super stupid, and the camera angle you could never really get a good view of. You just saw it from the front and from the back, so you couldn't really ever see what was in the middle there. And these guys I couldn't figure out what was in between some of them jumps, but
there had to have been a triple in there, right? Like they would go double, double, and then maybe triple, double, something. But then there was one that they were
because it just didn't make any sense to me. And later on, you see guys like singling through there. It's like, what? They get off rhythm and then they start singling.
Yeah.
Well, that's because when they were trying to jump through, they'd go from one side of the track to the other, not on purpose.
It looked pretty terrible.
Look,
That section was just ridiculous. Oh, you make one mistake. There you go. You just lost half a lap.
yeah, I don't know. To throw up the next pass. Well, speaking of rolling, what did you think of Roxon when he was kind of, I don't know, putting the hurting, but winning, and then all
that dude's on fire right now.
I think that's what happened to his forks. I think they caught on fire.
Yeah, did you hear? I was listening to some other radio show, and they were talking about they put some sort of sensor in the fork to monitor air pressure, and that's apparently what failed, or what they're claiming failed.
Yeah, they were saying it was a $7 part or whatever that you can.
Well, I don't know if that's like an O-ring or something. I mean that.
I feel like that was just defending KYB more than anything, but
they did make it very clear to like right away say, yeah, it's not a KYB part. They were doing damage control.
I really like
Trying
how
not
when
to
they
make the
did that
airport have a
interview,
bad name.
I like how when they did that interview, they did it in between motos and then aired it in the second 250 moto. So it totally spoiled the first 450 moto for those of us who watch the races in order. Or who watched the 250s and then watched the 450s. That was awesome. I can't tell you how much I appreciated that.
Spoiler.
I hate that. I don't know. God, I think I mentioned that to Kayla or Evan when I was watching them, that they were talking about the damn 450s when like no one had, it hadn't even aired yet, and they were talking about it. That's so annoying.
It is very annoying.
Not everyone watched it online and saw the first motos.
It's like, hey, just in case you thought about watching the 450 motos, here's what happened.
Yeah.
It's no worse than when you watch the GPs on TV and they run the results at the bottom while.
See, I have to pay attention. I need to pay attention.
I make sure not to watch any of the graphics on the GP.
See, that's the problem. I'm a bottom reader when it comes to TV, so I can't not watch that stuff. They need to make a way so you can get rid of it. I suppose if you make your screen the right size or whatever, you probably can. But
I just realized I'm watching the race, but I forgot to fast forward through all the commercials. So here I'm watching stupid commercials.
Pull yourself together.
Idiot. I'm also shopping for campers and stuff, so.
I guess the only thing I have troubles
That's exactly
with...
what I'm doing.
What the hell? Is it bad then that I'm trying to figure out a t-shirt quote? No one's running who's running this show?
Nobody's paying any attention to what's actually going on.
What were you? Oh, you were asking about Roxanne, yeah. I forgot what we talked about, how we got on that big tangent, but...
No, just...
That one was my fault, sorry.
Now, he's not quite like Tomac, and he's not going to crash out of a series, but is he that much better than Dungey somehow?
Do you want to...
He's never crashed out of a series that I know of, other than maybe he crashed himself hurt in Supercross a little bit, but...
Well, let's...
He's just on fire right now. Dungey's going to have to step it up for sure.
Well, he's beating him down, like, just passing him, and then, like, oh, shit, I make a mistake, and you're on me, and I'm going to pass you again, sucker.
I think it's kind of like what they were...
And then caught right back up and passed him, and...
It's kind of like what they were saying, too. You know, he puts a pass on, and then for 2 laps, he just hauls ass to make sure he gets away from you. And then he might chill out a little bit.
Yeah, that was... I thought, when I was watching the first moto, I thought he had a crash or something, and that was why all of a sudden Dungey was on him. But and then I'm like, what the hell is he doing? He's rolling this rhythm lane. And then I'm like, wait a tick. His bike don't look right. Kind of funny how I wonder if he goes back or if he gets away from... I guess he's been on the air fork for a while, so he's probably liking it, but that's kind of suck that it cost you a damn moto. Isn't that... I thought that was kind of like... All the complaints about it were that it's unpredictable because the air pressure changes inside it as it heats up, and it has no redundancy. Once the air is gone, it's done.
There's no fail-safe, and they're so finicky. You either have to set it up for the beginning of the moto, or you have to set it up for the end of the moto. And you also have to predict what the track's going to do, and the air temperature is going to do, and everything else.
That all goes along with spring forks, too, in a way. But
it does. Yeah, it does, but not near as much.
You don't want it to change, throughout. I guess spring forks you can set up for when your fluid is warm.
Yeah.
But it's not going to change beyond that.
And
not like air pressure where it's going to build.
Yeah, they're not as touchy as... I mean, a half a pound in those air forks is a huge difference.
They can't run... Do they? I don't think they even run much air. I don't think it's only a few pounds, isn't it? Like your tires damn near?
Yeah, it's not much, but...
Yeah, so 1 or 2 pounds could be 15-20% different.
Yeah.
It'd be a
And
couple of spring rates.
those forks get hot, so it doesn't take much of a temperature change for that air pressure to change in that little chamber.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a believer yet. Although they are a few pounds lighter.
Yeah.
But God, until you can be guaranteed that they're not going to lose air. I don't know.
I know I like hearing halfway through my moto, psst, and then going, shit.
I feel like it's probably not going to be much of an issue for us amateurs, but
Well, it's not going to be an issue for me because I can't afford a bike with air forks. So
I don't think I would. I don't know. Who has air forks? I know Yamaha don't, and that's what I'm going to buy. I'm going to be a born-again Yamaha rider.
Oh, boy.
I'm just going to keep the suspension I have and keep carrying it over from bike to bike to bike forever.
Shoot. I don't know. I'm not concerned. I think I was gonna try to pull up the schedule here. So
I feel like it's going to get really, like this weekend could be, I think this weekend's kind of a better indicator because it's going to be difficult with the altitude. We'll see who's fit, but it seems like Roxon's pretty fit. He seems like he's not losing anything at the end. He was actually 13 seconds ahead of Dungey when his forks let go, and that lead had just gotten bigger and bigger as the moto wore on. So I don't know. It's only 2 points, though. I guess that little shake-up helps the point situation. Keeps it tight.
yeah, I mean, I think if we get, I don't know, round 6, round 7, and he's still going 1-1, and Dungey's still going 2-2, then yeah, maybe. But I don't know. Still a lot of racing left, and
Oh, we're not closing the book on this deal yet.
no, I'm not.
I was gonna quit watching because I thought it was all sealed up.
Did you guys see all those videos of the people crashing at Glen Helen on Facebook?
Yes.
Like you saw the guy taco his front wheel and just eat shit off that triple.
Yep.
That's the only one.
Did you
I
see
saw.
that other one where the guy slid out down the hill and then someone else came and clipped his bike
That was
and
Rodriguez.
goes over the bars? Oh my God, that was Rodriguez that crashed down the hill?
He's the guy that cartwheeled over that guy's bike.
Oh my God, can you imagine what his bike looked like after that? I don't even think that thing would have been, I mean, I don't even know, maybe the engine would be all right. Probably not, but
I
like the frame had to be bent, I would imagine. I don't think you can do that with a bike and not have it be destroyed. I don't know. It was super fucking gnarly.
Throw some new plastic on it. Good to go.
I was thinking too, like I don't think I'd be a spectator at the bottom of that. I would have been running away from the fence as that bike comes cartwheeling down the track. Like, okay, this thing, if it gets onto its wheels, it's coming right for us.
If it makes it over the fence, is it okay to try to take it?
Oh, I think so. I think it's fair game then. You just get it. You just push it.
I don't think there was any pushing it, though. I think you're going to have to find a couple friends to help you carry it.
That's your souvenir for the weekend. It's like when the guys throw goggles into the crowd. It's like, hey, he threw his bike into the crowd. It's fair game.
That's right. Oh, that's pretty funny.
I don't know why I didn't catch this before, but it sounds like Craig is the one who landed on Jordan Smith, and Craig breaks his leg, and Smith gets his back messed up, and
Yeah.
that's no good.
No.
Hey, what is the odds that Alex leaves Thunder Valley with the red plate?
Um,
Or maybe I should say this. What are the odds that it leaves on a Martin bike? That might be easier.
I don't know.
I'd still only say 50-50.
I don't know where Jeremy's at, to be honest, in points, I guess. So maybe it's not even close.
Stand by.
I know Savachi lost a lot.
Yeah.
He is not in it. Cooper would be.
So
Like, it's only 4 points. It's not bad. 4 points from Alex to Jeremy.
Yeah. Yep.
So certainly could be that way. So that's pretty
It's
good
just-
odds. I mean, that's 2/5 of the top 5.
Yeah,
First and
but
fourth.
it's too unpredictable right now.
Cooper's probably going to be pretty good. I'm sure his wrist is getting better. Maybe not. I guess I don't know.
See, that's just it. Like with that,
Hard
like,
to say.
yeah, like, is it bad at
Pump
all?
enough,
Or
pump enough cortisone in, it'll be just fine.
yeah, or is it? I don't know. Like you don't know. Is it fine? Is it not fine? Is he just saying, "Oh yeah, my wrist is kind of crap right now"?
Well,
And
I
then-
wonder, because some people are different. Everyone's a little different. Some people will downplay it. Some people will make it seem like it's worse, so that when they have a good ride, it seems it's more miraculous or whatever. But obviously, it can't be bothering him too damn much.
Right.
But
Well, yeah, because didn't he set like, fastest lap? I thought he was, or qualifying. Obviously, I mean that's still one lap, but like you're still beating the hell out of your arms and body, wrist, everything else. And then
could be maybe it'll be tough because of the elevation. I don't know how bad that really is. But
Well, it's probably something in Colorado that'll ease the pain for him.
They sell that cannabis.
whatever happened to Gannon Audette? I thought he was riding for some Cowie team, and I don't think I seen him.
I thought he got hurt. I
Could
thought
be. He's got 0 points.
I think he got concussed at the first round. I want to say
You see how it's crazy to think that Roxon and Dungy are like almost 20 points, like 18 and 15 points clear of Tomac. And I'm betting another round will probably show the same thing. Yeah, Tomac could be good at Colorado, but I just feel like he's nowhere near those two. And this is going to be a 2-horse race.
I almost feel like it's already turning into a 1-horse race, but it is too early to be saying that.
I feel like Kennard might be decent if he could get
And stay on the
quit
friggin'
falling
bike.
down. Yeah, he's got to quit falling down, but his start's been really good.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to watch. How about the Frenchman? You saw him. I'm sure you were thinking he was going to peter out, but he did pretty good. He got 7th in that second moto.
After what, a 21st in the first moto?
No, like a 37th or something.
See,
he must
I
have
was
not
giving him
finished.
credit.
who are you talking about? Purcell?
Why did
Porcel.
Barsha not? Why did Barsha
Porcel,
not
I think
finish
pulled the whole
first
shot
moto?
though, possibly in
Um,
that second moto. I think he was up there. Oh, 29-7. So that was better than Barsha's 37-8.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
So-
Why did he not finish the first moto?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why would you? Okay, so I'm watching 250 first motos or second moto, and yeah, we're coming back from commercial, and hey, let's go show you what happened in the 450 first moto. That's just dumb. I guess it already happened, so that's why.
yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Ugh.
Okay, so
How about Cole
nobody
Seeley
knows.
and Josh Grant? Grant did pretty good, 6-6.
Yeah, sorry, Jason. I don't know what happened.
Had a
first
solid
one.
weekend.
Let's see if I
I
can-
thought he'd be a little better, but I didn't really plan on Dungy and Roxon kicking everyone's ass by a minute.
Hang on. Let's see what the old pewter has to say.
What are you looking for the computer to tell you?
What happened to Barsha? in
I
the
want to know
first
why
moto?
Barsha didn't finish the first moto.
That's a good question.
And I don't want to look because I'm
That's what we
lazy.
got Scott for.
Don't you tell me my business.
Did you guys think that finish line section, the last jump where they came onto the start stretch, Did you guys look at that and think, is that a triple? Like, is that even? I was looking at when the 250s were out there, and I'm thinking, is that a triple for the 450s? That looks pretty damn huge, but
I
you never
thought
know.
tripleable with perfect track conditions,
Oh,
but
God, I don't know.
anything less than perfect,
Yeah,
probably not.
I don't know what they had going on. Like I said, you couldn't see that stupid rhythm lane in front of it.
Yeah.
So
I guess I don't draw a brain fart on that one.
Ooh,
how about Nicoletti
mystery.
Barsha? That's funny to me.
Yeah, I see the humor in that.
Who else they got on their team? Is that it?
Who are you talking about?
No. JGR Yamaha. Don't they have someone else?
Oh, Nicoletti, Barsha,
That's it.
Pike.
Pike, that's the guy. He's been non-existent.
Yeah.
There he was, 35-40. That's not a good day.
I think he too was concussed.
Ugh. Don't hit your head. How do you know if you've been concussed? You got to go get tested. Is there a telltale sign?
If you don't remember it, you're usually concussed.
Here you go,
What
Jace.
if you see squigglies in your eyes?
You're probably fine.
Then you're just you.
Yeah.
Justin Barsha's Glen Helen effort was hampered by an electrical problem in the opening moto, but he finished a strong 8th in the second moto.
More Yamaha electrical problems?
It's so funny because I could own a bike for 43 years and it would never have an electrical problem.
In 43 years, it probably would.
Well, okay. Maybe. It's not even a solid maybe. It's like a maybe it might.
It is. It's a maybe. You might have to put a spark plug in it in that amount of time.
Well, I expect that I'll change that every 7 or 8 years. So, with that in mind, I probably won't ever have any other electrical problems, except for they have them every week at the races. I don't get it.
I've only had...
Probably has something to do with them not running factory harnesses or factory equipment, or I shouldn't say factory, but the stuff that we can buy.
That came up in a meeting or in a podcast that I was listening to, talking about how all these guys switch to all these aftermarket parts, or people in general switch everything to aftermarket parts thinking it's better, and in reality your OEM stuff is pretty damn good. Like, a lot of thought and a lot of stuff goes into it. A lot of research and engineering goes into the shit that comes on your stock bike. So it's not, I feel like it's not always wise to go and replace a bunch of shit that...
Well, but it's two different animals too. You know, Clayton and I kind of had this conversation on Sunday, because I think, you know, the factory or the you know, the mod stuff, as far as racing goes, yes, it's probably better, but when they're designing this stuff for stock bikes, they're designing it to last. You know, they're not designing it to race one moto and then be thrown in the garbage.
It wouldn't sell too many bikes. They wouldn't have very many happy customers if that were the case.
I would agree. But if you ever actually look in a manual at how often you're supposed to replace stuff and change stuff and take care of stuff, most people would ever own a dirt bike anyway. So
yeah,
that's what I got scolded for on Sunday.
For what, not taking care of it?
For not taking care of my stuff.
Oh. Screw that.
I was like, are you serious? Do nothing but work on my freaking bike.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably better than most when it comes to that.
Oh, shoot. What else? Do we want to talk about Stewie?
What about him?
Okay.
He didn't finish. He didn't start. He didn't do anything.
The only thing I'll say is I'm surprised he went there and rode. And he did pretty decent. He had like 13th fastest time.
So
But
here's my
shoulder's weak.
right now. I thought once a shoulder pops out, you pop it back in, and if it pops out again right away, it's done. You need to get it fixed, right? Because it's not strong enough to hold it in.
Yes and no.
I think it depends a little bit on how loose the joint is.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in a matter of a week, you're never going to rebuild. You're never going to rebuild it to be strong enough to hold it back in, generally speaking, anyway. But
Well, so I'm just thinking like in terms of what I picture a shoulder joint to be like because I have no freaking clue. But I'm guessing if you pop it out and don't tear ligaments and it goes back in, there's a chance that you just stretched them and it just takes some time for them to rebound and get back to normal strength. Does that seem reasonable to think that in my non-medical opinion?
To a certain extent, yes, but they never fully. It'll never be as tight as original. I mean, I think, God, that one summer, I popped mine out at least 4 times, and I think it was 5 by the end of the summer. And then finally had it fixed. And it was ridiculous how tight it was actually after it was actually fixed. To the point, like, you can't even lift your arm up. It's like, oh, too tight, take some out.
I guess my whole deal is I feel like this is how it's gonna be the rest of the summer. It's gonna be like on Racer X. It was on there pretty much leading up to the race was Stewart's day to day, and it's just like I think at this point again already like I don't want to hear anything about him until he's racing. You know, like. It shouldn't be a big deal. Like, even if he was 100%, like, I don't even see him being in the top 10 anyway. But,
yeah.
So, it's just like the whole day-to-day, or he's going to try to race. So, fine. Who really, like, I don't really see it being really newsworthy anymore. But,
the guy's been trying to race for 6 months. And, I mean, I give him credit for trying to come back. I mean, that's awesome. But at the same time, it's same old news.
Yeah, I guess I'm more concerned about like Baggett, you know, if when he's coming back, or like maybe because Baggett hasn't done this yet, the day to day, but I don't know. I'd rather have Baggett back right now than Stewart back. But
I'd agree with that based on the fact that Baggett was a front runner right out of the get-go. So I don't know that Stewart would be a front runner.
There's no way.
I think if he were to run with Roxon and Dungey right now, I envision the largest, most spectacular human lawn dart ever from him.
I envision him riding straight off the end of a berm and then smashing down behind the berm and dislocating his shoulder.
Wait a minute.
Seems like I've seen that.
So, such an asshole. But that's it.
That's very narrow-minded.
That's my random thoughts on Stewie. But I think that's it. I got nothing else. As far as the GPs go, I watched the highlight reel, and that was the extent of it. I seen Hurlings won, and that's about all I could tell you.
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of wasn't a very good race, really. I mean, the track kind of sucked. It was like super small and tight. I don't know. And the points system or the points stretched out a bit. I think. Well, hurling's of course is 2 million points ahead of everyone. What's his name? That Dylan Ferrandis was riding really good and kept hurling's honest in the first one, which was good to see. That dude's been riding really good. I hope he keeps it up when he comes here. That'll be a ridiculous team. Star Racing Yamaha. I suppose they're going to lose Jeremy though to RCH and Cooper to JGR, or I mean the Monster Energy Yamaha team.
That's the rumor.
Oh man,
I don't know. It should be. I think there's some better tracks coming up in the GPs that'll be a little more fun to watch. I think there's a. Where are they going now? They're going back to Italy or something, Majoria, I think maybe, or that's the Motocross of Nations or something. I don't know. They're all over in Europe now for a while, and it's like I think a little over halfway point at this point now. I think they're halfway through the series.
oh, let's.
I tried to find them last night, and then I remembered that it was Monday, not Sunday.
Yeah, they were weird because they aired the GP class and then MX2 later on that night on Sunday. It was really stupid.
Where did you?
I watched Monday too, but
They're going to France.
oh, and the CBS Sports broadcast some junior college baseball game ran along or something too, and chewed up some of the first MX. So you didn't get to see the highlights from MXGP.
Junior college baseball. Sign me right up.
Whatever. It was some lame ass baseball.
So yeah, they're what is it? France, Great Britain, then they hit up. You said Italy, right? So a couple weeks.
Sure, I think they're in Saint Jean d'Angely,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's in France, right? Yeah, so that's
8.
probably Roman Fevra's backyard. He'll be kicking ass, I'm sure.
Favre.
Farva. What's that guy's name in Super
Favre.
Favre.
Farva.
Nah.
That place you like to go with all the crazy shit on the wall.
You mean shenanigans?
The next
Talking about
person.
shenanigans, right?
That's coming out again, isn't it? Aren't they doing a second one?
I don't know. That's the rumor. I'm sure it'll suck.
I hope not. Oh, shoot. You guys got anything else?
You know what I did this afternoon?
Let's
I
hear
feel
it.
like a total bonehead for doing it. I go into Quick Trip. I'm like, I am buying a 12-pack of Diet Mountain Dew. Get out to the truck. Realize I bought a 12-pack of regular Mountain Dew. What am I going to do with this 12-pack of regular Mountain Dew?
I think you should bring it to work and give it to someone who drinks Mountain Dew.
I think I'm giving it to Al tomorrow morning. I think I'm going to say,
that'll
here
make
you
it
go,
easy.
Al. Yep.
This one's on me. Shoot. I just picked up the wrong box, huh?
I do that from time to time.
How do you do that? Because that's kind of
I don't know. I don't know how I did it.
not a mistake.
Because I
would've
saw
made.
him. I walked right by it. And I was like, okay, there's the regular. Where the hell is the diet? And I was thinking it was the next door over, but it wasn't. There was like one stack. And I grabbed off the wrong stack, I guess, and didn't even look. Either way, I'm terribly disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
You should be, probably. Well, How's that sound? Kind of a dickhead thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here questioning whether or not I'm going to make it through the night without doing something drastic. And then you go and put me down like that.
I know, he's already punching his computer. And now you're going to do this.
I don't know, man. That's just, you're struggling if you're swapping those Mountain Dews. That's like
The struggle
you ever
is
buy
real, my friend.
caffeine free on accident, and been like, oh
Oh,
mother,
I
F,
wouldn't even
terrible.
I wouldn't even bother trying to give that to somebody. I'd throw it right in the garbage can.
Just crack them open one at a time and dump them in like a sink. You're gone.
Yeah. I think I've done something. Sometimes, like the cherry, I think I've grabbed like a stupid vanilla Coke when I think I'm grabbing like the cherry Coke. That's pretty. There's
I
nothing.
don't know how people can drink
I
that.
used to
That
drink
stuff's no
Mountain
good
Dew
to
like
me.
I used to drink Mountain Dew like it's water, but now it's just ugh. Anything
Once you
regular
go-
is just like drinking syrup.
Yeah, I'd say once you go diet, going regular is really hard. It's like, it's so thick steaming, whether it is or
No.
not. It's just so heavy.
Oy, this is not good.
I realize none of it's good for you. I don't care about that.
I think
90%
it's not
of
good
what
for
I
you to
do
not
isn't
drink it.
good for me.
I've tried to not drink it, and that's bad for me. So
Agreed.
Shoot.
you got me all tuckered out on a Tuesday night now.
All right, guys.
Aw.
But that's all. That's all I got. Can let everyone go. They can get on to their merry ways. Just think, hey, tomorrow's Wednesday already. You're halfway through the
Oh.
week.
Home
God,
day.
I'm not ready for that.
Oh shoot. I haven't talked to you guys about this. Are you still shooting for Byron? Has there been any chitter
Team
chatter?
meeting was inconclusive.
That
That was like the most worthless lunch ever.
Yeah, but it was free, so whatever.
That's true.
I was thinking about that today. I was trying to. I don't know. It's the one thing I hate about summer is like. Maybe people like south where it's warm. Maybe they do this too. Right now, I think if I lived down south, like I would hope that I could kind of spread out my stuff that I could do all year round. But maybe in the summer it's too hot, and then they stay inside and complain how hot it is. But like, that's what I hate about the summer is like you try to do so much stuff in like a 4-month window. So it's like I'm trying to figure out what's all going on, and like we're doing stuff with the house, and I'm like, all right, doing the house or not this weekend. Next weekend's the regional. The weekend after that, we're closing on the house, and it's just like trying to plan all this crap out, and I'm like, God dang it. Like,
Did you ever sell your house?
cross our fingers, we close on it on like the 17th.
Oh.
So
I feel like you should move back and buy a dirt bag.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you. That's how I feel this should go down.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking about buying a new dirt bag. This year, next year, I mean, this fall. Unless I meant this fall. So I think you should too.
I'm gonna go tell the boss that right now. We're out of here.
I would. Lonsdale's where it's at. I think, anyway. Right? Isn't that where your house is at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're right. Lonsdale is where his house is at.
I wasn't talking about anything. There's nothing happening in Lonsdale. boring ass town.
It's just where the house
Where your
is.
house is at.
That's right. So yeah, you guys just have to keep me posted.
Yep.
So, but if you guys got nothing else, that's it.
Tell you what, Scotty, do you want to share that Talkin Moto money? We'll talk about going.
Shit.
Yeah.
You want to know how much money is in Talkin Moto?
How much is in the Talkin Moto coffers right now?
None.
Well, you better get busy if you think we're going to Byron. Better start selling some advertising. Why don't you just do this tomorrow, Scott? Hit refresh 737,000 times on the podcast tomorrow on YouTube. Pump up them views. And then
Sell myself
call
to
around,
the devil.
get some money.
We could do. Oh boy, it's really gonna make me sound like an ass. But when it comes to stuff like this, I really don't care. Let's start up a GoFundMe account. There you go. I said.
Oh, God. Speaking of that,
End up with the whole $37.
I saw a GoFundMe today for some people that bought a house that had like a sewer. Their main sewer line leaving the house had tree roots in it, and the previous owners had a couple of backups or whatever. And these people had this sob story about how, like, they don't have the money. You know, it started out with, "We never thought we could own our own home. We both work full time." But like, what makes you think that who got it in your head that you're never going to own your own home? Like, it's not that damn difficult. You get a job, you have a steady job, and you don't be an idiot with your money, and someone will give you a mortgage, I can promise you. And then they're pissing and moaning because it's going to cost them $4,300 to get their sewer line fixed. I'm like, that's not that bad at all. That's a pretty cheap home renovation that's going to, that's necessary, completely necessary. I think I would just, talk to mom, dad, brother. I don't think I'd go start a GoFundMe.
There's got to be plenty of other ways to handle that.
Yeah, like that's why people have credit cards. It's like for emergency funds or a savings account,
I mean, put in an outhouse.
Yeah, use the neighbor's shitter for a while. I don't get GoFundMe. I don't think it was designed for everyone needing a little. Whatever.
Call Roto-Rooter.
Yeah. Oh, and I think what it was, they wanted like $2,000 was their goal to go get a lawyer to go sue these people that sold them the house. It's like,
well, then good luck.
Why don't
with
you
that.
just spend the other $2,000 and get the damn thing fixed and not worry about it?
Right.
God. I hate people. I mean, not our listeners. You guys are okay, but people in general.
I hate all people.
No,
I really hate gorillas though too, so it's fine.
Did you kill that gorilla?
God, I just can't even believe the shit that comes out of people's mouths. I'm like, do you listen to what you just said about this thing?
I saw this little meme or whatever you call it. It's like a gorilla giving this little kid the finger. And it's like,
oh yeah,
get the hell out of here before you get me shot. But no, the boss was battling someone on Facebook on zoos and this and that, and kind of like what you said, Jeff, about the shit that comes out of people's mouths, and it's just like
I think like someone was saying like I don't know, just the general gist of what I got from a lot of these idiots is they're like, why does this animal deserve to die? Because the parent was negligent, blah blah blah. It's like, what happened in the past happened. It happened. The zoo had no choice but to shoot the bastard. I mean, that's the only choice they had that made sense at that point in time. And how the kid got in there makes no difference. I mean, is it different if some stranger picked up this child and threw him into the enclosure and then if it was no fault of the parents. So apparently, because the parents were idiots and not watching their kid, this kid deserves to get killed by this gorilla. I can't even understand how, given that situation, the right decision was made. You shoot the fucking gorilla and move on with life.
Well,
People were calling it murder. I'm like, I believe murder is only between two humans. I don't think you can murder a gorilla.
I just want to know how you'd feel if it was your kid.
I would be very thankful that they shot the
Say,
gorilla.
if it's your kid that's in there, you go, don't kill the gorilla. It's not its fault. If it
Yep, I'm a
mauls
bad
my
parent.
kid
My
to
child
death, then
deserves
that's
to die,
fine.
so trank him and see how pissed off you can get that gorilla
Yeah.
while it's holding my child. No, it's crazy, the shit that comes out of people's mouths. And I agree that humans are pretty shitty overall as a species, we're not the greatest thing in the world, but Jesus, I think you take a gorilla's life over a kid's life any day of the week.
I feel I should not say anything because I probably fall under the category of shit that comes out of people's mouths.
Sometimes,
Well,
yes.
if you're gonna go and say that it was idiotic to shoot the gorilla, then you might want to keep your mouth shut.
No, I don't think it was that, but I just when I was listening to Amber kind of go back and forth with this guy on Facebook, and I think this applies with everything these days. It's like when will people just say like I fucked up, or it's my fault, Everything is somebody else's fault, and it's like it's the zoo's fault, and it's from what I'm getting, it's not like the kid just fell over a rail and fell into this what animal was it? Gorilla.
Well, it was a gorilla, right?
So
Was it a gorilla?
but it was like over a barricade, some sort of fence or something or whatever. It's not, it's like there was a little effort to get to that edge to
Well, I
fall
don't
in.
hold the zoo accountable at all. I think it's not. I mean, anyone that blames the zoo or thinks the zoo. In fact, I believe this woman should probably owe the zoo some money for this gorilla because she let her kid get in there and get in that situation. But there's got to be some damn responsibility on her. I mean, things could have went completely different direction, and who's accountable if something bad does happen? Is it the zoo's fault if the gorilla does kill the kid? I mean, obviously,
Of course it is.
I'm sure in her eyes it was.
It's whoever has the most money. That's whose fault it is.
Yeah, it's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah, I get it, but same time, and I've been places where kids wander off and shit. It happens. But this came up too the other day with this. I was reading this story about this 2-year-old kid that went missing in Elk River, and the last whereabouts of it were it was playing with some other kids by the river, unattended, of course, but the parents were setting up camp, and it's like, I just can't even imagine how that happens. I like my kids to go explore and do stuff, but I don't think I'd let my 2-year-old play by a river without some sort of adult supervision or older kid supervision.
So did they find the kid?
I haven't seen anything. No, I have no idea. But I just, personal responsibility from people is lost.
That right there is why I don't have kids.
Well, it's pretty sketchy though, but I mean, most kids make it through to adulthood. You're gonna lose a few on the way, but I mean, most kids make it. They're pretty resilient.
Only the strong survive.
Yes. Yeah. Only about 65% of all kids make it to adulthood.
Unfortunately, there are too many that are apparently strong enough to survive.
Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, I don't know.
Here's what I always say. Here's what I always do when I start getting bummed on humans. I think, in 500 years, no one's gonna give a shit about anyone here. Not even that long. Shit,
In
200
100 years, nobody's gonna
Think
care.
back. Think right now to your oldest living relatives. They're the oldest. I mean, not living relative. The oldest person that you know of in your family. It's probably your great grandpa, which is
Never
like
even knew
100
him.
years ago. You know. So in 100 years, you'll be forgotten, and no one will even know who you were. So don't worry about small stuff.
Exactly.
None of it matters. Don't worry about big stuff either, because none of that matters either.
Yeah, shoot.
That's why I spend money like I do.
Yeah.
You can't take it with you. So,
Or you just what you do is you watch a show on the universe, and then you get real bummed about how insignificant you are, and then everything goes away. Or you slip into a deep depression and that you can't come out of. One of the two.
oh boy, just doom and gloom on the show tonight, huh?
That's why I always say it. Ignorance is bliss.
Shoot. But, all right, guys, let's wrap it up. And that's it. 10 o'clock already. Oh my god.
Bedtime.
So,
As I'm
Goodness.
polishing off a Diet Mountain Dew.
So
Me too.
should we?
What are you polishing off, a regular Mountain Dew or a Diet?
No, a diet. Luckily, I still had 2 left in the fridge.
Crisis averted till tomorrow.
Yep.
Do we want to try get back on Monday nights next week, or do you want to try Tuesday?
This guy doesn't care. I pointed at myself when I did that. How weird is that?
Because it honestly doesn't matter to me.
I think we should probably just meet back up like that first week of January.
Wait a minute.
We'll just reconvene when Supercross starts.
We can do that too. But
Oh, we'll have all them bummed out listeners.
yeah.
I think half our listeners are quad riders, and I think I pretty much pissed them off earlier. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay.
maybe it'll be the straw that broke the camel's back, and they'll all buy bikes.
Just remember, in 100 years, it won't matter what quad riders you pissed off.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
Well, if evolution takes its natural course, quad riders will disappear. So.
Woo!
Jeff is causing troubles.
I don't think people that ride quads can procreate. So.
Okay.
You ever see that T-shirt? Or that maybe it's not even a T-shirt. I don't know. It's something about the hardest part about being a quad rider is telling your parents.
Jeez. You're horrible.
The question is, if your 2-year-old gets away from you and goes next to a quad rider, which one do you shoot?
Wow.
Don't answer.
Wow. All right. That's it, guys. We're
So,
out of here before
We're off the air till January if we ever come back.
I don't think you can get banned from the internet. I think anything goes on the internet. So.
I think we're safe. All right, boys. We're out.
Peace.